What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Make It Kustom. Today's the day. We are going to Alberta to deliver the van. I made a deal on it with a great guy. I'm really happy about the deal. I think that it went to the right home. I got to make a little bit of money. Who knows whether or not it would have gone crazy at auction. I'm pretty sure it would have gone crazy at auction, especially after the little documentary comes out. Hint, hint, there's something in the works there. I got 41.5 for it. Part of my deal is that I'm delivering it, so we just got it fully wrapped up here. So I got 41.5 plus he's giving me another van as a project that comes with a ton of wicked parts. So I'm really excited to go see what that looks like. I'm excited to go on this trip with Kristina. There she is, getting ready to put her stuff in the truck. We're going on a road trip. This is our favorite thing to do. So we're gonna go hit Banff on our way back. We're gonna go see Laura. We're coming at you. Have a nice little trip. A few days, Valentine's Day in a couple days. So yeah, stick with us. It's gonna be a good one. Don't forget to like, click subscribe, hit notifications, and let's hit the road. Okay, we are going for 3, 4, what? How many days are we going? 4 days?
5 days.
5 days totals. How many jackets do you have? What's all that? Are those cowboy boots?
Yeah.
We're going to Alberta. I guess that's fitting.
7 jackets.
7 jackets, okay.
5 tubes.
You're ridiculous.
1 fedora. Cowboy boots.
My goodness. All right.
I don't even know.
This is the trick to road trips. You'll never fall asleep if you're chewing spits. Must have. This is the trick to not smell like shit in my own truck. Oil, because my truck uses oil. Okay, so made it to Kamloops. It's what, 7:45? We're gonna go to Revelstoke tonight. We were thinking about going to Golden, but we're gonna take it easy, go to Revelstoke and have our coffees. Cheers. We're looking to see if I can park down there, if that's actually a laneway. We made it to Revelstoke. It's just about midnight. It's cold. It's so cold. That wrap is doing pretty good on the van, though. Oh, it's slippery. All right, good night. Well, it's a beautiful day in Revelstoke. It's a little bit chilly. It's nice mountains, beautiful sun. We're gonna make our way to Calgary today to go see our friend Laura. She's gonna put us up for the night. Look at this wrap. TNA Marine did this wrap for me to like transport. He's done like helicopters and boats and everything. It's like a shrink wrap. It doesn't actually stick to paint. It just heat shrinks around. I don't know if you can see that. You see the smoke coming off of it? But it held up wicked. I've pallet wrapped cars before, but this is, a little bit more expensive than a roll of pallet wrap, but works awesome. Yep, she frosty. Don't forget your ABCs. Always be checking straps. Okay, we had our continental breakfast. Kristina's looking beautiful today. Okay, we're leaving this beautiful town. Well, since we're They're stalled here. They're just cleaning up the highway. I wanted to tell you guys about the whole deal and how this kind of came about. So Keith Manson is a guy that he contacted me. I guess he saw the video. He was interested in Excalibur, and this guy's a true vanner. Okay, so since high school, he's had shorty vans and boogie vans. So what he told me is that he's got another van. He calls it the Sunseeker, and it's because it came from local to us, like Lower Mainland BC, van club in Tawasin called the Sunseekers. It's got the exact same ISCA show decal on it, and they're color coded each year. The van that he already has that he drives all the time was a show van back in the day when Excalibur was a show van, like the same year. So they could have been at the same shows together. And I got a bunch of offers for the van when we first got it and made those couple of videos. He offered me money for it. It wasn't quite enough. I had higher offers. And so I just couldn't say yes to it. And then the more time went on and you know, how long does it take to go to auction? You know, what are the logistics of shipping this across the country? Like those things, I know that we can do those things, but they kind of, I don't really want to do that. And also, I just had this feeling like, ideally, the van stays local-ish. Like if it stays in Canada, I'm stoked. If it stays on the West Coast, I'm stoked. But this is a guy that truly loves vans. He has his whole life. He's, you know, got another van that possibly could have been friends or frenemies competing against each other in van shows with Excalibur. So it just seemed like this was the right thing to do. So I called Keith and I said, hey, let's see if we can come to a deal, right? He didn't want to put any more money on top. That's fine. I just needed some more value. So there's a van that he had in high school, and this is part of the reason why he bought Excalibur, is because his high school van, which he's been collecting parts for, you know, over 15 years, he planned on making it a full custom show van. So he's got all these crazy parts for it. Buying Excalibur means that he doesn't have to build that van. He doesn't have to wait for a show van, and he already kind of has this connection with Excalibur. He told me that he's like been having dreams about it and stuff. So he convinced, you know, his family, and he's got a lot of support. So, you know, everybody was kind of on board with him getting Excalibur and then letting go of some van projects. So what I'm getting from Keith is his high school van. It's a Chev Shorty van. It's brown. It's kind of jacked up a couple inches in the back. It's got super huge tires on the back. And he took it apart, you know, partially because he was gonna build it into a show van. So he's got tons of parts for it. We're talking like flares, front spoiler, brand new, like old stock, I guess, you know, chrome side pipes for it. He's got a NorCal wing for it. He's got 3 roof visors for it. What else did he say he had? Nothing crazy for the interior, so we're gonna get funky with that. But, oh, the piece de resistance. He's got 2, not 1, but 2 gull wing doors for this van. Is everybody getting ready to go? Rear door and side door are fiberglass gull wing doors, super rare parts. It's the makings of something awesome, and I'm just stoked on it because we get to build it. Excalibur is a built vehicle and I love it to death, but I'm a builder. I love to build them. So all these parts means that we get to build a van. So that's the story on that. Looks like the highway's getting ready to go. Let's hit the road. So we just left Laura's place. We hit the highway. We're on our way to Edmonton now. And in between Calgary and Edmonton is Red Deer, home of the Red Deer swap meet, which hopefully we'll go to in a couple months. But our friend Joel lives there, and I called him up, and he's free today. He's working in the shop on a Merc, doing like a super heavy chop on it. Like that's what he's working on today. It's perfect. We're gonna bring him a hot beverage and go see what he's working on. All right, we're on our way to Keith's place. We just got out of the hotel. Had a nice stay there, actually. It was kind of fancy. It was way cheaper than the dump we stayed in a couple nights ago. But anyway, I'm excited. We're gonna get to meet Keith. He's gonna get to see the van. We had just beautiful weather this whole way, so the van is in tip-top shape. I'm sure it's gonna be just like unwrapping a present for Keith. So let's go meet him and do some van swapping. made it back home in one piece. Had a great drive, had a beautiful trip with Kristina. We just love doing that kind of stuff, especially when we can go see some friends at the same time. Driving around, what more could you want? Beautiful scenery, all that, picking up a project. Here's the new van. Gave it a wash yesterday, threw some wheels on it. Had Rick over here. He's geeking out about it because he's a van guy. Surprisingly enough, if you've seen on the channel, I've had a couple vans, you know, over the past year or so, three other vans, and all of them, obviously except Excalibur, had rust down there. They all do, but not this one. This one has no rust down there, or on the other side. The only little bit of rust it has is like this tiny little spot right here in the inner fender on the front. And then it's got a tiny spot in the window channel, right there, a little hole, nothing to fix. Came with like repop fenders for both sides, which is kind of cool. And a ton of other parts. Like, I'm super stoked on the no rust thing, because like that was unexpected. I expected there to be rust. So Keith, if you're watching, thank you. That is a pretty clean van, and I'm excited. It's got the top wing, which we just set on it. It's got a roof rack up there. It's got fender flares. It's got side pipes. It's got front spoiler down there. It's got upper visor. Just tons of parts, tons and tons of parts. So I super dig it, because this is a van that, you know, I could throw it together. I could say kind of built it, because we're gonna build it on here. And try and keep as much original paint as possible. I mean, it's pretty decent, and I like that it's old, and I'm gonna wanna drive it, so I'm not looking for super fancy stuff. I just kinda want it to be cool. So, I don't know, let me know what you think of this little shorty. And thanks a lot for watching Make It Kustom, everybody. Yeah, we're having a great time, and we're gonna get back on the Cadillac. I did a big cleanup in the shop. We've got the Cadillac on the rack, cleaned everything up back here. Got the hot rods parked, the Zephyr on the far end. I've got my little pickup right here, and then we got the Model A. So Model A and the Cadillac, those are on the block now. We're gonna get Kristina's chassis here. There's a second chassis for this car, so that's why we're not doing anything with this one. My thoughts right now, which I'm gonna get back into this in the next video, but this is a little teaser, little precursor as to what we're gonna do. I wanna get the other chassis here, and we're gonna start laying out for hydraulics. One of the most important parts of this build is that the car is flat as a pancake on the ground. And so that's why we did the body drop on it. That's why the rockers are a couple inches lower now. They're actually, the bottom of the rocker is lower than the frame. So when we drop it, or it's about the same as the frame. It's actually a tiny bit lower than the frame. That wasn't planned. I was trying to make it totally flat with the bottom of the frame. We got to get the hydraulics figured out and the suspension all the way down, and then put motor and transmission in so that we know where to build the floor. That's what I want to know is, you know, why would I start cutting up and fabricating all the chassis stuff, or the floor stuff, pardon me, without knowing for sure our clearances. So I would like to get the new frame here, see what we got. I haven't looked at it in over 12 years. So I want to get her new frame here. We've got an idea as to how to put the hydraulics in it, but anyway, I'm telling too much. Wait for the next video. I'm gonna go pick up the frame today. So thanks everybody for watching Make It Kustom. Don't forget to like, click subscribe, hit notifications, and we will see you on the next one.